I want to be able to introduce you.
Oh, thank you.
Credentials.
These are the people who eat the thing.
All right, we're live. Hello and welcome to Willing Snackrifice. I'm Mike.
I'm Liz.
And this week we have a huge amount of people on our pickle panel.
Are you commenting on my weight, Mike?
No. So let's run down this. We got Brother Sean.
Restart. Hi.
We have Teresa. And we have an all-new guest. We have Maggie from
Eat the Thing.
Eat the Thing. So we got a special episode this week. This is going way out of the realm of things that we've done on this show before. If you couldn't guess by our little pickle panel thing, we are doing a whole lot of pickled items, Liz.
One of the things that, as you get to the end of the year, at the end of the harvest, traditionally, one of the things that people have done for hundreds of years is preserve and pickle the things. Pickle the harvest. Pickle the harvest. Sounds like a very
I'm not commenting.
euphemism. Anyway,
back in the days before refrigerators,
yeah,
things needed to last, and vinegar makes that happen.
Vinegar, or in some cases, just straight up brine. Because we have some that are not vinegar-based pickles; they're brine-based pickles.
Ooh, interesting.
I admit I've never heard of a brine that did not involve vinegar, so this should be interesting.
So Mike and I and Sean kind of have gone out and bought pickles, and Maggie has actually made us a pickle, so that's going to be interesting too. I think there's quite a few that none of us have ever had.
Yeah.
Quite a few that some of us are fearing because of just taste buds. So we've got some things to cut through the brine and the vinegar and the salt. We've got some buttery and creamy kinds of cheese. Maggie has made brioche. We have Brodinsky bread, which is I know it's funny.
It just makes me laugh.
It's funny.
It is a molasses rye.
I'm not always big on rye bread, but it's very tasty.
That was recommended to have with the brine-based pickles that don't have vinegar in them, so they're actually apparently very good. But you can have some of them. And obviously, water, in case something has disagreed with us and we have to wash it down quickly.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm foreseeing that happening with the okra.
Which segue, we are starting with mild pickled okra. We're starting with it because I know this is probably the one that Teresa was the least looking forward to. So we'll get it out of the way.
It's the texture. Honestly, it's got nothing to do with, because generally speaking, you could pickle most vegetable or fruit items, and I would like it because I like briny, I like sour, I like vinegary. It's the texture of okra itself. As I've said before and will say forever, I don't trust any food item that can be both slimy and furry at the same time.
A lot of these were
Slimy,
picked
that's
up.
satisfying.
A lot of these were picked up, like Liz mentioned. There's like local Ukrainian and Russian stores. Also farmers markets and Amish groceries or Mennonite groceries. Tons of different pickled items from all over our local area.
This one is from an
Start off
Amish market.
Ooh.
So these are from
There's a
Taiwan.
little one. There we go.
Oh, did you get him near the window?
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, Oak Hill. I love Oak Hill. There's also a really great ice cream place just north of there.
Please don't make me regret this.
Are you talking about Seneca Farms or are you talking about Spotted Duck?
The one that's the tiny little A-frame in the middle of nowhere. Before.
Oh, the other one. I haven't been to that one.
been to.
They do soft sherbet. Their soft grape sherbet is divine.
That sounds good.
It's really
Okay,
good.
so
He's like, "Where's my pickle?"
All right.
we
Are
also
you ready?
have we have our tech here. So we have Pickle Cam.
Ooh, a pickle
Pickle cam sounds like something
ready?
different to me. I gotta be honest.
I'm waiting for Mike to be ready.
What's going on, pickle cam?
Maggie, you might end up on Pickle Cam too.
That's okay. I'm all right with ending up on pickle cam.
Maggie cam.
Pickled is the only way I like okra. This is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like it
slimy.
actually deep fried and crunchy,
Mm-hmm.
but
It's a fairly light flavor, not very vinegary or
No.
anything like that.
No,
Pretty easy to eat. I'm enjoying
it's
this.
enjoyable.
I just wish the outside was not furry.
Yeah, that is a little.
It's a little off-putting. The taste is fine.
It
Is it
tastes
my
like
favorite pickle? No, but it's fine. But the outside is furry, and it's just weird.
mine wasn't too furry on the outside, but it was slimy in the middle.
It's not as offensive as I remember it. It's just not something I would choose to
The lid wants
eat.
go- Or does the jar want to come back this way?
Yeah, we can.
It's just not something I would eat on purpose.
The jar would like to come back.
On its own. Yeah, I would like the jar to go back away from me.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Out of 10, I would probably give it. I'd probably give it a 7 points off for slimy in the middle.
5 max. Just the texture. I can't
I
get
go-
past the texture.
I'd go 7.5.
So
Enjoy.
I
It tastes
Yeah,
fine.
Probably another 7.
I like the consistency. The fur of the inside. The fur is a little weird,
just
but
weird.
it's just like eating a peach.
Mm-hmm.
Would you give it a
See,
number?
Oh, 7.5. Sorry.
I
was
guess
crazy.
that's part of the problem for me is that I don't eat peach skin.
Yeah,
So-
there's that.
So I'm not used to that particular texture being a thing I consume.
I think I
Do
would
you,
have
do you
liked
get
it
like
if
the
they were
little
more vinegary.
do you get like the little cups of the fruit in the liquid like you got like when you were a kid?
Mhm.
That's what you get.
Mhm.
Interesting.
What?
It's just interesting. Like the fruit cocktail. That's
Yeah. Why? What do those have to do with each other?
Because you said that you don't eat peach skin.
Yeah.
So he's saying like the kind you get.
It's just interesting. Do you get? Is that what you eat? Is that how you eat peaches? I was just asking a question.
No, I eat peaches by peeling them
Oh,
and eating them in pieces.
okay.
I just assumed that was how people ate peaches.
No. I
No.
no. It's good.
He wasn't. Well, he doesn't. Well, he's
Neither
also
does.
asking. He doesn't like peaches.
I don't like peaches
because
but
they're furry.
so I thought maybe you were like eating like the little like cups of like
No, no,
peaches,
no.
like the chunked
Oh,
up.
please, those things don't even taste like peaches. No, I
It tastes
just
like sugar.
peel them.
You peel them. Okay. All
I
right.
see.
Oh, appealing.
I had no idea until extremely recently, like we're talking this year, that there were people out there that ate the skin of peaches, which just seems extremely weird to me. Not just because of the texture, but because no matter how much you wash them, to me, whether this is true or not, I don't know. It feels like no matter how much you wash them, some of the outer dust and pesticides and whatever that naturally happen with fruit would still stay in the fur. I don't know if that's realistic, but I don't like the texture. So I always, and I enjoy eating peaches because they are a tactile experience. Once you take the peel off, they're very juicy and squishy, and I like that, and because I enjoy making messes of things. But I had never met people who ate peach skin before until these weirdos.
I love peaches.
So when you said you didn't
I'll
eat,
cut 'em in
you
half.
understand where I went, right? Like when you said you didn't eat peach skin, I was assuming you were eating like the chopped up like fruit
No, and
cocktail or
like
something.
I did not make that connection because I have never eaten a ripe peach and eaten the skin. And my mom, that's just not how my family ever consumed peaches. We eat ripe peaches in the summer, literally by the bushel. I've never seen anyone eat a peach with the skin on. I just didn't know it was something people did.
I didn't know people peeled them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know people peel
I am
them.
baffled by this. Baffled.
I
grew
mean,
up
I
in
was,
the
I was
middle-
assuming you were the one keeping Del Monte in business.
Like, no. In fact, I usually don't consume those little cup of things because once you have ripe fruit, you understand that those canned things, that's not what fruit tastes like.
Right.
So we segued away from pickles into peaches, but let's
Yeah,
go back to
sorry.
pickles.
Let's round the corner back into.
Yes. What is the
Yes.
next one in the pick pickle?
Let's
Oh.
repeat.
Shoot.
Just
Yeah.
I was using that to
Move
get
into
dressed.
pears next.
I mean, I digress with the best of them. So
This is true.
it will never just be about pickles or whatever the topic of the day is with me. Never.
The Brussels sprouts.
Ooh.
This is a new one for me. I have never had a pickled Brussels sprout.
Me
No,
either, but I
no.
love Brussels sprouts and also
Okay.
pickles, so I am excited about this one.
These
seen that
are
brand
also
before.
Amish style dill Brussels sprouts.
I'm also interested to see if this takes away that, forgive me, fart quality of Brussels sprouts. Like when you overcook them, they taste and smell like farts. Which is why I don't allow my father to cook Brussels sprouts. But I love Brussels sprouts.
I don't
It's
know
just
if I like the smell of these.
I am
Mm.
interested to see how
That'd
the
be a peak,
how this goes.
fart quality.
They are dill farts.
dill farts,
Dill
I'm very
farts.
Uh-oh.
intrigued.
pickle farts is now a thing.
Chicken.
Apparently.
Oh.
I like Brussels sprouts. I usually like them roasted.
Yeah, me too.
Same.
Um,
I never had them at all until I was an adult.
I had them as a kid and I hated them because my grandmother would boil them to death.
Yeah, my
same.
mom. My mom stopped cooking them because that's the only way my dad would eat them, and she hates them.
When
That
you
way.
boil them to death, they get bitter.
Uh-oh.
Did you get pickle on your?
I
pickle
got
can?
pickle juice on my.
Pickle can.
Yeah.
So what do we think? It's hard.
I think this is not the best way to eat a Brussels sprout.
I've
It doesn't
also been
taste-
pickled.
It doesn't taste bad to me. It just
Mm.
it feels like the two things don't really go together. There's the best way I can describe it.
There's a better way to pickle cabbage.
Yeah.
It's called sauerkraut.
Yeah.
And they are basically tiny little alien cabbages.
They
No.
don't taste bad. It just kind of tastes
It's
like
just
pickled thing. Like,
it doesn't taste like a Brussels sprout anymore.
Oh,
it just-
I don't know.
It just to me it feels like it brings out the bitter quality of Brussels
Mhm.
sprouts instead of the part I like.
Yeah. No, that was a no for me.
It's not the best way to consume a Brussels sprout.
It just tastes like straight up white vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
Tastes like white vinegar
And bitterness.
and bitter sadness.
it's a no for
I
me,
was gonna say it
dog.
tastes like my sister.
Mhm.
Oh. Sorry, Sarah.
They
I
did
can.
like
Five
very
at,
green.
five at
like,
most. They're not great.
Yeah. I mean,
like almost.
I gotta be honest, I think I liked it less than the okra.
yeah. Yeah, that's a.
It just was not a great way to deal with a Brussels sprout.
I guess it's a 2. It's like it gets a couple points for the dill, but no.
Yeah. It was not great.
Yeah, probably at like a 4.
I was gonna say like 4.
I'd say
All
3.
right, the rest of those are for Liz.
No, the rest of those are for whoever wants to bring them home, unless Mike likes it.
I wonder if Dad would like them
4.
because he doesn't.
I'd
tend-
go with a 4.
Dad
Oh.
doesn't tend to have problems with bitter because he killed his taste buds with smoke.
That's
There
true.
you go.
So
All right.
Dad might like them.
Next one, dear.
Oh, next up,
Pickle cab.
Holy
we'll go
moly.
with the sweet pickled baby beets.
So,
Oh boy, we're just getting all the favorites
all
out
the
of the
favorites
way.
out of the
It's
way.
okay. It's okay.
I love beets.
I'm hoping that it's better than I'm expecting because I have never actually had pickled beets. I have only had cooked beets, which tastes like dirt.
Pickled beets are very different than cooked
They're
beets.
Which is-
so good.
It's I'm going to be interested
Mhm.
and also praying I do not get red pickle juice
Right, that's the risk here.
on this white shirt.
Pickle juice, beets stain, pickle juice.
They
with
look
beets in it.
big too.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
I'm
whole.
wondering if we could like cut them into pieces.
I like pickled beets. So.
Oh,
I
not
mean,
too bad.
You're welcome
That's
to have
not
a
too
whole
bad.
beet.
Okay, that's not.
I'm
that's
Be very
probably
careful because of the
Will not
juice.
want to
Don't
have a
Yeah.
whole beet.
If you don't want to
Do you
eat
like
it
them?
whole,
I do.
they
Can you
taste
just
better
cut
than
me a
regular
piece of
beets.
yours?
Yes.
Thank you.
You know who does a really good pickled beet?
Hmm.
Dr. Dre.
Oh God, I knew it was going to be a rap
Yeah.
joke. I knew it. I should have trusted my instincts. I knew it was going to be a bad rap joke. I didn't want to commit to a whole beet when I know I don't particularly care for them.
Yeah, that's fine. There you go.
Thank you,
The
dear.
only request is that you taste it. You don't
I
actually have to.
am definitely going to taste
That
it.
is the one requirement of
I am-
willing sacrifices. You have to be willing.
I am hoping for better than I remember.
That was delicious.
That was really good. I like that.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
They're
All
a little
right.
softer.
And Liz alluded to it. I do not like beets, so this is something.
Going out of my
Pickle
comfort
can.
zone.
Pickle Can 2000.
I did.
It tastes like salad. It's delicious.
I'm reserving my commentary until Mike has had a chance to talk because I've done a lot of talking so far.
Okay, so like I said, I don't like beets, but this is actually pretty good. It's sweet, it's flavorful. It's got more of like a garden flavor than anything else. Right? It's actually quite enjoyable. I got to be honest.
Put
I'd
it
go,
here, folks.
and I don't like beets, but I'd go probably a 6.5 out of 10.
There's still that de dirt about it.
I do get a little bit of the dirt.
A little bit
A
of the
tiny
dirt.
Like garden flavor.
It's like
Yeah.
I've been gardening and ate a snack without washing my hands, kind of thing.
You know what I get? I get like a bit of like a thinking about more. Almost. I'm sorry to interrupt you,
No,
but like
go
almost
on.
like a carrot vibe in a way.
Kind of. I did not expect them to be sweet. I expected them to be a lot more briny. So I enjoyed it far more than I thought I was going to. I still don't like. It's another one of those things where like, would I buy this for myself, keep it in my refrigerator, and consume it? Probably not. However, if somebody said, "Hey, I made a thing that has pickled beets in it," would I eat it? Yes.
These are my jam. My grandmother always made beet salad. These taste just like what she used to make. She would make basically pickled beets and string beans.
It was very different than I expected.
So
I know we've got a lot, but I can't remember.
Yeah, you
They were
can.
really good.
Once we get through the rotation, you can have more.
I
It was
enjoyed
way
those,
better than I
and
expected.
aside from my enjoyment, which I will give them a 9, I'm just really happy that Mike liked them because I'm
Yeah.
a big fear because it's
Pleasant
one of his
surprise.
least favorite foods.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Ever.
give it a solid 6, which for me I expected it to be like a 1.5. So solid 6. I was pleasantly surprised. And would consume it again if it was offered to me in a thing.
Maggie?
I would say about an 8 because they were delicious and I love pickled beets, but the texture in the middle was mushier than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
It was
I
like a
think-
slightly overcooked carrot.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
I think
potato.
I'm used to them being
Yeah.
a little bit harder.
I am used
more
to
dense in the middle,
Mhm.
or at least more raw.
I
Okay,
really
fair.
like the Harvard beets though that have like the thicker syrup. Those are really, really yummy.
Mhm.
But that absolutely a solid 8, just textury.
I would be interesting and receptive to trying different kinds.
Well,
To see what it's like.
the ones that Souders has, the pickled beets that Souders have,
Mm,
they put
Souders.
like I don't know what like almost like pie spice in them. So there's like
Oh,
cinnamon
really?
and cloves in them as
Now,
well.
see, that I wouldn't have expected for them to go as a sweet pickle. But when you think about it, it makes sense because beets are inherently sweet as a
Mhm.
vegetable.
And they're used for sugar in a lot of
Which is
things.
why I think you could also, yes, that's very true. They are used in baking and as a sugar. So that makes sense.
All right, Miss Elizabeth.
And for the record, Souders, everything that they make and can and preserve is delicious, especially their jams and jellies.
Yeah, so those of you who may not be in the Western New York area, Souders is a grocery run by the Amish or
Mhm.
Mennonites or
I believe it's Mennonites, but yeah, located in
right.
Seneca Falls, New
Yep.
York,
Seneca Falls. So
right near my family's lake home.
if you're in Western New York, it's a beautiful day trip out there. Highly
Absolutely.
recommend it.
Absolutely.
So Liz, up next is one of those items that is going to make or break us, I feel.
Yeah.
And I think you know what one it is.
I'm afraid of these.
Is it the eggs?
It's one of them.
I am intimidated by the idea of pickled eggs, but not averse to trying them because I like eggs and pickles.
I've had some.
There are 2 pickled eggs?
There are
Yes.
two pickled eggs.
Oh.
Okay,
These are garlic dill pickled eggs.
Oh,
Oh,
that sounds
okay.
delicious.
I've never had pickled egg in my life.
Neither have I.
Sean's
have.
Sean
Very
has.
sure we
So
split 'em.
What was your ranking like on the beets?
I said 6.5.
You did say 6.5. I would go with 8.
I'm going to end on the mic
Oh,
spectrum, but
oh, that's a face.
Well, they smell like eggs.
well, and
Yeah.
a cooked egg
I'm
has
using
that
that. I
sulfury
didn't put this in
smell.
my mouth. I'm just because I don't think
Like a toothpick is gonna.
No, it's
they're
too
kind
too
of big and
heavy.
heavy.
Yeah.
We might have to like split these and share.
Oh no.
Oh well, you can eat whatever you want. I might have to split it with somebody.
Ooh, look at that.
This is another one of
Hey, Mark.
Boom.
I don't want to commit to it until I know
Is that
I'm
the
gonna
lid?
like it.
No, those are
It was
4.
her
Oh.
fork.
We also saw other ones that they had there too. They had like quail eggs and all
Oh,
sorts of different ones.
interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure that affects what they end up tasting like.
Oh, that one looks good and soft, Sean.
Oh yeah.
So you've had these before,
I've
huh?
had pickled
Do you
Is
eggs.
this like
Do
a
you want your-
college
I can swallow it.
drunken night type?
It smells like egg salad.
I'm trying to think. It might
Thank
have
you.
been.
Thank you. That makes it better.
Well, that's the thing. Like
Doesn't
to
it?
me, like I think egg salad with like some dill or maybe pickles on it, and that's what it's like
Yeah,
for
we
me.
always-
Like so, I don't have a big deal with these.
All right.
Okay.
I'm intimidated,
There's a
but I'm hoping this is
It's an egg. I like eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I like dill. I like garlic.
I like this.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
We're all like, I can do it.
Psyching ourselves up to this one.
Ooh, the consistency is not.
You
what
get a
I
lot-
thought.
No,
I
it's
mean,
not.
I get a
It's
lot
hard.
of garlic and dill. I think it's delicious. This is good.
All right, I gotta set pickle can down for a second. All right.
This is not at all what I expected this to taste
I
like.
enjoyed it.
Oh, am I upside down? Why am I upside down? There we go. Orientation.
I should
There
have
it is.
taken a single bite and not put the whole thing in my mouth.
Did you get to the yolk?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
It's
Is
not
that
the,
good?
it's not the taste, it's the texture. It's weird.
No.
I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get through this.
These are actually interesting.
It's not the taste, it's
No.
the texture. I can't
Is it
get past.
because like the white is pretty
It's-
firm?
Yeah,
Rubbery.
Yeah, it's way. It feels like they're overcooked.
I'm so sorry. I don't usually want to spit things out in public,
You-
especially not
no,
on camera.
I-
But
I was close. That was a close.
also, is it just me or is there like some sort of like baking spice, like clove or
Yeah,
something?
there's cloves
Yeah,
in
there
that.
are whole cloves in there and giant peppercorns.
That is not what I expected, and I'm not okay with it.
Kind of sour, kind of sweet,
Very
kind of mustardy.
I was gonna say it tastes kind
Yeah.
of like a hot dog.
Um,
I know that's a weird thing to say, but it tastes kind of like a hot dog.
It's the consistency of one.
It's the consistency of a hot dog, an
Um,
uncooked hot dog.
A weird aftertaste, definitely.
It's like somebody took a hot dog on a hot dog with mustard on it, and,
Like-
and coated it in baking spice.
It's
And
like
that's not okay.
it's like I ate an egg and then had like a piece of like
A glass of mulled wine.
yes, like a spiced apple cider.
Yes,
Yes.
it's so weird.
Can
It
I
is.
go negative numbers? Oh,
Oh God.
no.
Okay.
No. I mean, I will give.
At first, I didn't think the taste was a problem, and the more it lingers,
not
the
that
more
good.
it's a problem.
Ugh. That was worse than the Brussels sprouts.
If you're going to
So.
turn it away from the label, it looks like something that would be like in a horror movie,
It
like
does.
a
It
mad
looks-
scientist.
it really does.
like
Point it to the
so-
camera.
It's like eyeballs in a jar.
Yeah, Halloween decor.
I enjoy it. I'm going a solid 8 on this.
Oh,
no.
This makes me doubt everything you've said up till now.
I like the flavors on them.
I
No.
that's a.
No.
I'm trying to. Is there a redeeming? Is there a redeeming?
That is certainly a thing that happened.
I
I'm
We'll
looking
give
forward
it
to the other
a-
pickle bag.
I will give it a
Weirdo.
point. I will give it a 0.25.
I was gonna say that
Because it
I like
is what's
vinegar.
on the label. It's exactly what's on the label.
She would buy again.
I would not buy again.
That was-
I wanna know
I
what's in
would
their
I
pickling
would
spice.
buy it for someone I hated.
That is the most interesting thing,
I would
though,
buy
isn't it? Like it's got like such a weird
Yeah.
Oh,
like
Sweet.
sweet and like some of the seasoning and stuff like that.
They did not. They should have billed the clove on the label.
yeah,
And not just put pickling spice.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would say a 6 because I think I could do better. And I kind of want to try now. Because the consistency of those, it was the consistency.
Yeah, that rubbery.
Oh
bite.
God.
The outside
Ugh.
of it was like biting through boiled ham.
With the wrapper still on it.
With yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you made one, I would probably try it because I trust you.
Mhm.
I no longer trust them.
Me?
Them.
Oh. I'm
Those-
like, I think you were pointing at me. I'm like,
Whoever-
I hated it.
Whoever made that abomination.
I think I would probably try doing that, but I would definitely leave out the cloves.
Yeah, if it was straight up
Weird.
pickle spice, it would have like pickling spice, standard pickling spices. It would have been okay. But there was no dill in there. All I tasted was vinegar and cloves.
Yeah.
It was
I
like
like the garlic.
fall harvest dill pickled eggs.
I was like, pumpkin
Ugh.
spice, dill pickle.
Pumpkin spice pickled
Like
eggs.
somebody dumped pumpkin spice in a jar of pickles.
Mike, what was your number score on that one?
I'm close to Maggie. I was gonna go 5.5.
Oh God, you guys are more forgiving than I will.
I'm willing to let those go home with Sean. If you would even.
And it sounds like Duffy agrees.
Duffy,
I agree.
she's like, get those stinky things out of my house.
Oh God, what's next?
I had to take like the bread and cheese break.
Liz, I think
Very nice.
Right? Same.
I think we're at the dilly beans next.
So these were, I put these
Dilly.
after the eggs as kind of a treat to myself because I know I love
I love dilly.
dill pickle beans.
Yummy.
I'm like, if the eggs suck, at least I will feel better.
Something.
Right. You guys
Wait, in the-
wait until you try the
They're not-
cherries Maggie made.
I can see what you're saying about the texture on the eggs,
Oh.
but I like the flavor. I like the
Mhm.
flavor enough to
I'm
bump
Sure
up
that
my
they're
rating.
next?
Do whatever makes you happy, my dude. But
Either that or the sausage.
No, we're going with the beans.
pickles and sausage?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I had no idea you could pickle sausage.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. You've never seen the gigantic jars of them in like grocery stores?
I have
When we were
not.
little?
Oh,
Yeah.
big,
Huge.
Like tub, like
Like giant
Oh.
clear jars full of like pickled sausage and eggs and whatever.
Now I'm scared. I'm trying to
I've never had it, but I've always
Right.
I always remember it.
open mind, open mind, open mind, open mind.
That's
The
coming.
the beats were better than I expected, so anything's possible. Excuse me. I burped really loud. Sarah made dilly beans one year, and they were
And she
said
gave them away, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Can I have more?"
she made dilly beans and jardiniere, and it was the only time I've ever enjoyed cauliflower.
A few of these because I know I like.
I don't.
these.
I have discovered that I don't like steamed cauliflower.
Oh.
If it's in other things, it's
Ooh.
kind of like how I feel about a few other.
So
Like
these,
I don't mind them if they're not the predominant flavor. You know what I'm saying?
What's the label say on these?
the label says spiced dilly beans.
Okay, I was
Big
like,
spiced.
they are.
I don't know if
They're
I got this
spicy?
variety,
They're a little
so-
spicy.
Oh, maybe I
Oh,
agree.
like hot spice.
Yeah.
Oh, that should be interesting. I'm usually a weenie about spicy, but we'll
Okay.
see. I do love dilly beans.
They are more. Oh wait, okay. Has some.
I like that they stay crunchy.
Mhm.
Woo! Yep. I mean, they're not like burn my mouth spicy, but it's kind of like
Buffalo.
dum
wings are a
dum
little
dum
spicy.
dum pickle pickle pickle. Ooh, hi.
Ooh.
They're tasty though, right?
Right.
Maggie is occasionally weenier about spicy than me. I am.
It was just a surprise.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, what does the label say?
It's not all that spicy, all that overwhelmingly spicy. It's just you
No.
don't expect it, and all of a sudden at the back of your throat, good morning. But they are tasty.
Mm.
Those are good.
Mm.
Even though they're spicy, I keep wanting to eat more.
Me too.
Yeah.
Like they're like flaming Doritos or
It is-
flaming Cheetos.
It was like in an hour I'm gonna regret this, but right now it's amazing.
They are really yummy, and the crunch is great.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
texture is awesome.
Mhm.
Like I want to put them on a salad. I want to put them on a baked potato.
Maybe when we're home making Christmas presents this year, I can convince Sarah to make more dilly beans
Yeah.
during the year.
They're just fresh tasting. They're
They're
just
really good.
Yeah.
They're very good.
Pickles tend to lose that fresh taste a lot of times.
Yes.
And all you get is a bag
Unless
of
they're my mom has a really great recipe for fridge pickles. And I think part of the reason why they don't lose the crunch and freshness is because they're not cooked. You just let them sit in the
these are really
fridge
good.
for like 2 weeks.
The heat is a little bit. I don't get a ton, but it's enough.
It's
It
just
adds
enough
like
to be ooh.
It adds like another depth of flavor.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
not
too.
hot for hot sake.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep using squealy noise as some sort of gauge of flavor.
That's
I
enough
think
to
you'd
let
probably
know that
notice the
it's
heat
there.
more if you like ate the whole jar.
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, they're like flaming Cheetos.
Stay still.
They burn, but you want to keep eating them.
The hell with it. They're really good. I really like them.
I would go 9 out of 10 on those.
Solid 9 out of 10.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
I think that's my favorite thing thus far.
8, 9 is good.
Mm.
They're just really, really fresh and really, really crisp.
Crunchy. I like that they are.
I would
crunchy.
probably put them on like a sandwich.
Mm.
I might even use
Salad
them in place
sandwich.
of sauerkraut on a Reuben.
Oh, I was thinking like in place of pickles on a sandwich with like salami.
Mm.
I also, like I said, I would like cut them up into like quarters and just put them on a baked potato
Mm.
instead of chives
Yeah.
because they're spicy, they're crunchy. They've got a little bit of sour from the vinegar, but not a ton. They weren't like, oh my god, sour,
Definitely tasty.
tasty.
Mm.
Yummy.
I may have to have another roll because they're really good.
Sean, you grab a roll. They're behind, back and to the right.
Oh,
Thanks. Because they're tasty. Thank you.
So we all liked the dilly beans. I knew that those would be a good
Yep.
a good choice.
Those are
But
definitely a
I
good
needed,
palate
we
cleanser.
needed a palate savior after the eggs. And I would like the eggs, but I
yeah. I don't think I got the spicy ones. I think I got the regular. And those are very good. But yeah, I really enjoyed them.
Mm.
What's up next year?
Sausage.
Ah,
Oh,
This
this is another
This
fear
took
of mine.
polarizing.
this took some convincing, Liz, for me to get this.
I originally said no.
I'm
I said,
concerned.
I am not eating fucking pickled meat. Sorry. Words.
Oh, there's the one F word for the
There's the one
episode.
F-bomb for the episode.
Thanks. Now I can't say it.
Oh man.
Is that
That's-
true? Like, is that a thing?
No, that's just our rule.
Oh,
So
They're like
these
Deadpool.
are Renko's pickled Polish sausage.
mm. Mhm.
Like I said at the start of the episode, one of my big things is like, okay, historically people would preserve vegetables because after fall, there's no more vegetables. You've got a long winter, you've got food to last, and you didn't have refrigeration.
Right.
Meat, on the other hand, can be smoked
Or salted.
or salted.
So why do this?
Why would a Polish sausage is smoked
Mhm.
in the first place. So what was the point
Why do this?
of this?
Why do this to you?
Why do this? But apparently it's very popular.
Yeah.
Particularly in Poland.
Mhm.
Like the little cartoon
Little
pig
cartoon
on
pig
there.
holding
watching you,
a
Poland.
looks like a bunch of hot dogs or sausages.
Yeah.
I like that the cartoon pig is holding a link of sausages. I was like, huh. That's,
Hmm.
I fear.
I could make commentary on
I
that,
fear.
but they said only one F-bomb. This is a family show.
Do you want to split one or do you want one of yourself?
Me?
Yeah.
I'll take one of myself. Well, you could split it.
Liz is like, damn it.
You could split it with Teresa or something.
Yeah, I'm sure as hell not going to eat a whole one. Unless by some miracle I discover that they are outstandingly delicious, but I am
Open
not
mind.
optimistic.
Open mind.
Magically delicious.
Mhm.
I've never had a pickled meat before
There's-
that I'm aware of.
Do you want to split?
Any type of
No.
pickled meat.
I want one. Sorry.
Have you had them before?
No,
I've never
but
had
I've
any-
always wanted to try them.
All right.
I've
good
never had
luck.
like any of the like pickled pig feet or meats of any kind.
Oh, that smells amazing.
I'm so concerned.
You know what? I think once you get past, for me, once I get past like
Oh,
initial
those
sort
are
of
really
pickle
good.
odor, like it just tastes like Polish sausage to me.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I don't have any
Just tastes
problem
like
with
Polish sausage
Yeah.
and vinegar.
Yeah.
I mean, is this how I would eat Polish sausage? No, but is it offensive? No. It's just weird. Super vinegary.
Very
Really
sour.
vinegary.
Really,
Yeah.
Really,
very
really sour.
Can I have one of the Budinsky bread?
But I mean, it's fine.
Apparently that's supposed to help with the sour.
Do you like the butter as well?
It's weird, but fine.
It is good with the bread. And the bread is obviously very dry,
Mhm.
but it cuts the
It cuts down the sour.
Can I
That's
just
a good
listen to bread,
combination.
Teresa?
Yeah, sorry, of course.
Okay.
Do you mind my fingers?
I don't care.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It just tastes like nothing but vinegar.
Okay.
Of course. Okay. You got the heel, sorry.
Okay.
I'd probably go just because I mean, like, I just pretty much taste like vinegar and Polish sausage, like
Yeah.
smoked Polish sausage. It's not offensive to me, so I'd probably go like middle of the road, like between a 5 and 6, maybe I'd say, like,
I was gonna say like 6.5
yeah.
ish. Yeah, I mean, I like about as much as I liked the beets. Would I buy it for myself? No. Would I eat it if somebody else gave it to me? Sure. Honestly,
Would I eat more than one? No.
no.
Not at a sitting.
Honestly, I think I would like it more if it had a predominant flavor of pickling spices other than just straight up vinegar.
And what's crazy is there's like bay leaves and
Mhm.
Right, and I can't
Yeah.
taste
Paprika
any
and-
of that.
I think that's a tomato.
Yeah, I can't taste any of that. I taste Polish sausage and vinegar.
I would like it better if it was in smaller chunks.
Mm-hmm. Like,
You would want to know that you got a piece of sausage, so
honestly, I could see putting this on a sandwich if it was like in
sliced.
slices.
Maybe when you get deeper into the jar, maybe some of the seasonings
Yeah, maybe.
become more.
I've been stirring. I've been shaking. them.
Yeah, I saw that you did. I don't know. It just
Like, it's not terrible. It's just not
Infinitely
as good
better
as it
than
could be.
Yeah, infinitely better than the eggs.
Yeah,
Would I buy it? No,
it's fine.
it's fine.
There are better things to do
I
with
think it would
Polish
be
sausage.
the last thing I ate on a pickle tray.
Yeah.
Well, probably after the eggs or the eggs.
The difference being I wouldn't eat those.
I think probably 5.5.
I mean, it's fine.
Maggie, I think you really enjoyed it.
I did actually. I would say that's about a 7.5. I'm also the weirdo though that like goes through beef jerky like nobody's business. So.
Nothing wrong with that.
I did have a little Slim Jim flavor to it.
It did.
Like Slim Jim.
I'm kind of doing
Now I
now
want
what
to pickle
you
a Slim Jim. No, they make pickle Slim Jims.
weird.
Mhm.
I'm kind of doing now what you were doing with the eggs. Like, how would I make this better?
Yeah.
Because it's not bad. It's just not as good as it could be.
You know the other thing about it too, it'd be cold. I think that's sort of like because I just like my Polish
I don't
sausage
know.
like hot, served
Yeah.
hot or whatever.
I don't know
But
if it would be
Should
any
we if it was
better
room
hot.
temperature? Because obviously it's pickled. It doesn't need to
Yeah.
be kept in the refrigerator.
I think this is the sort of food that would grow on me the more I ate it.
Yeah.
And if you were raised with it, maybe.
Yeah. I just wish it didn't taste. I wish it tasted of something other than just vinegar.
Yeah.
I'd probably go with a 7 on those.
That's my main problem.
Yeah.
It's just tastes like
I also think this is one of those. It was one of those things that people in a bar,
Yeah.
drinking beer,
somebody was like, it would be great.
Yup.
salty snacks, and those.
yeah,
Yep.
Made a sausage.
yeah, you got
That
like a
was a
fatty
pickle.
meat that's kind of
To have
yeah.
with that, like if you're drinking,
Yeah.
something to kind of cut through.
So we're at about our halfway point of our pickled items.
We're doing good.
We're halfway there. We're pickling on a prayer.
Yeah.
There's been I think, and we're halfway there, and I've liked half of them. I liked the dilly beans, I liked the beets, and I liked the okra. I did not like the eggs. I did not like the Brussels sprouts, and I'm ambivalent about the meat.
I am waiting for something that, other than the dilly beans, that is a solid swing over the plate
Yeah.
for me, because I already knew I liked dilly beans.
I think those might, unless something jumps out at me. Those and maybe the cherries might be the best thing.
Oh,
but
the
there's a few
cherries.
other things that I have never eaten before, so I can't say whether I would like them or not.
I'm waiting for the cherries.
So what's next? We're gonna save those for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they're sweet.
They are. They're fun.
The white and green labeled pickles.
Okay, these are a Russian pickle.
Ooh.
They're like
For Ukrainian pickle, I'm
cucumber
sorry. They call them canned pickles because there is no vinegar.
Oh,
Oh.
you
These are
know,
spring water, dill, garlic, peppercorn, salt, bay leaf. It is a product of UA. I'm gonna say Ukraine.
the TikTok creator that you recommended to me the other day, one of the videos that popped up of her was making, she said, was some sort of pickle
The
that she
quick
learned.
pickle.
The quick pickle that she
Yeah.
learned from her grandmother, and it was literally just salt, putting salt on a cucumber
That's basically
and putting
what
it in
these
a bag until the salt caused the pickle to release, or the cucumber to release water, which creates its own brine.
are. And that's basically what these are.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was really clever. I really wanted
Yeah,
it, but
very
it
much.
had to be
I
cucumbers.
think just from the feel of it, it might keep them crunchier than vinegar. Vinegar might
Because
break down
vinegar, I was gonna say vinegar breaks down the cell walls because it's an acid.
There's a part of me that really wants to send her a link to this once we're done.
Science.
Not as crunchy as I thought it would be. Weird.
Definitely not as crunchy as I thought it would
Oh,
be.
this one has a little friend.
Okay, so I'm gonna wait until everybody has tried these to tell you what I think it tastes like. It's not a bad thing. It's just a weird thing.
That is
Yeah.
It's like my brain is like, that's not a pickle.
Right.
Uh-huh.
It's just like plain. Like it's just
Like a canned vegetable.
Okay, to me,
Yeah.
this tastes like. Do you remember ages and ages ago at one of your beer parties, you had a beer that tasted ice? I described it as it tastes like somebody poured out half of the beer and replaced it with salt water. That's what this tastes like. It's like somebody had a jar of cucumbers that they filled with ocean water. So it's not a bad taste. It just doesn't taste like what we think pickles are supposed to taste like.
Yeah. I mean,
It
I
just
just
tastes
grew
like
up
salt.
with it. But like, yeah,
It just tastes like salt water.
it tastes like if you've ever opened a can of string beans. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just the vegetable.
It's not bad. It's just my brain says this is not a pickle.
The consistency is really good.
Yeah, it is good.
And if you have a bite of the Berdinsky bread with it, it makes the bread very sweet. Or at least it did for me.
It's interesting.
It does. The salt brings out the brown sugar or molasses in the bread.
It's very interesting.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. I'm just not sure I love it. Like it.
I would like it on a sandwich.
It would be interesting.
It would be a very mild like pickle. It might be good in egg salad.
Egg
'Cause it
salad or
brings a
potato
s-
salad or
It brings a salt element rather
Yeah.
than a sour
yeah.
that we're used to with pickles.
Well, these didn't have.
Pills.
There's two
That's
Russian
I
pickles
almost
or
did.
two Eastern European pickles. These ones are just straight up salt with not too many other spices. The other ones have additional spices. So it'd be interesting to compare those two. Mike?
It was good. Very, like you guys were saying, very different. I do agree. It does pair well with the bread. I'd probably go about a 7 out of 10 on it.
I'm probably not that high.
I was gonna say 6.5.
Yeah.
It's not
6.
great, but I don't dislike it.
I wish it was crunchier
Mm-hmm.
because the outside
Yes.
was deceiving because the outside felt hard.
Yeah.
So
I
I thought the
expected it.
inside would also be like the dilly beans, like a
Yes.
crunch.
I expected it to snap.
So these, and again, it might just be this manufacturer. There might be others
Yeah,
that do better.
I'd say about a 7. My dad, we used to do handyman work for a Russian friend of theirs. He and his wife were just moved from Russia. And I remember them putting out pickles very similar to this that I thought were weird as a kid, but it just brought back a really good memory.
Nice.
So it's like just like a very salted pickle, a salted vegetable rather than what we consider a
pickle.
vinegar pickled
Yeah.
vegetable. So that was interesting.
I'm gonna go like 5.5, 6.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I will eat them probably in other things.
I had some soy pickled cucumbers once from the Asian market that were very similar to this.
I
They were
imagine, yeah, salt.
very, very, they were very salty, but I like this better.
What's next? Is it the other eggs?
Oh no.
It's eggs per 2.
Oh no.
It's a different I think it's a different
Looking
manufacturer.
forward to
It
this.
is a different manufacturer.
Pickled eggs too. Gag
Pickled eggs too.
reflex.
These are hot pickled eggs.
Oh good. I'm gonna
Oh.
like it even less.
You could just see the peppers floating in that.
And they're orange too.
Oh god.
Okay, they smell eggier, but in a good way. Like they smell like egg salad.
I'm so,
Eggy.
so
I can
scared.
smell it from here. It does smell like egg salad.
Oh, yeah,
I am
so-
looking forward to this.
So can I,
Same.
and I am not.
I think they're gonna have that same texture I don't like. But
I won't make the same mistake as last time. I am cutting a piece, and that is all
Let's take this guy right here. This one looks big.
because I don't have enough napkins for the
I've got more
alternative.
napkin.
Oh, good. All right, I'm
That sounds like an excuse that I can
also
take
need
care
to-
of.
yeah, 'cause I wanna cut
so
mine.
scared.
Are we splitting one again?
Can we?
Yes.
I don't think I could get through a whole one, and I don't want to waste something
Come on.
just to be like.
Ooh, the consistency is a little bit better.
It
I mean,
smells
that's not
better to
hard.
me.
That's not hard.
It smells better to me, but the texture is still that same hard,
I definitely
weird.
smell the pepper.
I don't suppose you have more water over there somewhere, do you? I didn't think so.
There you go.
Oh yeah, definitely some egg salad vibes.
The
Yeah.
consistency again.
The yolk is huge.
Mm-hmm.
They taste better.
Can I just
Big time
Can
yolk.
I just eat the yolk?
Mm.
They taste like Easter eggs.
What is that?
What?
I mean, it's not terrible, but
They're not spicy.
I'm so confused.
No, I'm not getting a lot of spice.
Mhm.
I don't think I could get through eating the white. I don't. I don't.
The texture of
I
the
don't
white
want
is
to.
the texture of the white in these is actually better than the others, but not.
It tastes like chicken wing dip. That's so weird.
It really does.
Thank you for. I mean, when you think about it, it's hot sauce, vinegar, and a chicken.
Huh. Yeah.
I
Slightly
mean,
different format. That we're
it's a really macabre way of having chicken wing dip.
It's very young chicken wing dip.
It's like the veal of chicken wing dip.
Extremely young.
I
These are
definitely
not
like the
awful.
consistency better.
Yeah,
I like the consistency. I like the flavor better because it's not that weird freaking cloves.
I'm sorry. I tried as much as I can. I
No, yeah, you A for effort.
I would really
Y'all
love
don't
it
wanna
if it
see-
was a little spicier though.
don't. You all don't want to see my gag reflex.
Yeah, I
You
was
really
kind of
don't.
hoping for a little bit more heat.
Yeah, I wanted more heat. That's why it's just like a hair beneath the others, but I'll still give these like probably a 7 or 7.5.
It's like a messed up version of like the eggs that you'd have like at Easter, like the hard boiled eggs.
like I said, the other ones I could hardly even give them a score because they were so bad.
3.
These, I am never going to be a fan of pickled eggs. I will say that.
Yeah, of course.
But I will give these a fair 4.
Oh, sugar.
Caught it.
Yep.
I would say a 7.
No.
You like them?
I did.
I mean, not that
I
I've
don't
discovered
think
so
so.
far.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I did want a little bit more heat on it.
Yeah, for
Well,
something
yeah.
that sells itself as hot pickled eggs.
And
Right.
something that's that color.
You want it to be on fuego.
You expect it to be like flavored
Tastes
with
like hot
tuna.
wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that's why I kind of knocked it down a little bit because I expected like maybe a little more heat. You're right.
Yeah.
Like it looks like that. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, there should be some definite buffalo flavor.
Yeah.
Can I have some cheese?
It's just weird.
Yes.
Vinegar.
Yeah, I'm gonna snag a piece as it goes by.
Yeah.
That's those were really interesting. I'd go a 7. The buffalo wing analogy is, I think, spot on.
Buffalo wing dip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird, but
Very strange.
Probably make a fun
Like
egg
you said,
salad
it's
with
chicken.
it.
Just
Yeah.
Really, really
Really
young
young
chicken.
Low in sodium, no sodium.
No sodium.
Maybe that's the problem.
maybe
It
it needed
needs some
salt.
fucking salt. Oh,
Oh,
Sorry.
Jeez.
no, I've ruined the show by
Holy
making a second half
Christ! What the
bomb.
fuck are you
No, now we're
doing?
on
Oh no! I've
Not a
ruined the
significant
show.
source of saturated fat, trans fat, dietary fiber. total
Anybody
sugars,
who's
and
eating this
sugars.
for a dietary additive,
It's
reevaluate your life choices.
It's probably doing
Cholesterol's
keto.
up there though.
Yeah, I imagine that's probably keto.
It's probably
Cholesterol,
Which is
160
just an
milligrams.
advertisement against keto if you're me.
It's like, well, for breakfast I had 3 pickled eggs. I'm like,
Ah!
That's like
I could not help my visceral reaction.
Would you like some gas X?
one is half your daily value of
Or some-
cholesterol.
Oh.
Or some Ipecac.
like, well, for breakfast I had
I
3
have
pickled
some-
eggs, and then I went to work and sat in the office with my coworker. I'm like,
course you do.
did
Yes,
they hate you? Because I bet you smelly.
I
What
kind
did
of,
you
I kind
do
of just
today?
want to just like bring that jar to work on Monday and just
Just have it sit there. Ah,
Or
no, just offer them up to people.
You want to gas yourself with your coworkers?
Yeah, why not?
Good luck.
Do it.
I
Film it.
think that ends all of the things that I was afraid of. I think we're in the home stretch.
Ooh.
I'd say that makes me feel better, but
There's some things I haven't ever had, but I don't. I
Okay,
don't-
so we have your other Russian pickles now.
Oh, okay. So these are the other Russian pickles. It's a huge jar.
Good lord.
oh my
Oh.
It's
god!
got a ton of stuff.
Like it's like you went into like a pond.
I
or
was gonna
something.
say it
I'm
looks like pond water.
There's a lot of herbs and seasonings, and
Ooh.
flavors.
I hope that's promising.
and a
Me too.
toad.
I mean,
I hope that is it.
a little snake swims by. Oh, that's just Joe.
Huh,
Can you open it?
I'll try.
Don't spill it.
Jesus
It's
Christ!
it's preserved.
I'm like, oh no,
state.
I'm in the blast radius.
We might have to send this down the line.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
can't.
I was
Like,
gonna say I'd make a show of trying, but we'd all know it was just for
It's a
comedy.
giant thing of pickles.
We're not gonna be able to try these pickles because no one can open them.
That's like seriously.
It is like you have to get like a knife and break the seal from the.
Actually, what you should really do is run it under hot water
Hot
because
water.
it'll make the metal
Well,
expand.
the Russian girl, she always turns the bottle upside down, or yeah, the Russian girl, she turns the bottle upside down and pops it and then turns it back up with like a knife. But hand it back down. Let me see.
I just like
Jesus.
Oh my
Like,
god.
It does not want to open. Those are huge pickles. They're like the monster one. Oh,
Let me
hey!
loosen it for you.
Oh, I'm very sure you did.
Yeah. No. Probably not. I'm struggling.
Oh, not too big.
No, I saw one that was like enormous.
I think again these are salt. I don't know if there's vinegar. Nope, these are just salt again.
there's lots of other
Look at that
seasonings and
guy.
stuff in there.
Are we doing whole pickles or are we splitting?
I want a whole one. Sorry.
It's okay. It's just I feel bad wasting something because I know I'm not going
It's
to eat a
okay.
whole
Don't
pickle.
worry about
All right, don't worry about it. I have half of an egg on my plate.
Yep, me too.
Okay, weird.
Yeah.
Similar consistency to the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Brighter flavor.
Oh,
Almost like a anise, like
yeah.
It's
Like-
actually
Fennel.
fennel.
fennel
Yeah.
Fennel tastes like licorice too.
Yeah.
and oak leaves.
Okay.
What?
There was oak leaves.
I mean, that's fine, but what?
Yeah.
I didn't know oak leaves were used as seasoning. Learn something new every day.
The TikTok creator that we followed has had some pickled leaves before.
I mean, this is another one where like I don't hate it. I'm not mad at it. I'm just not sure how I feel about it in a positive way. Like it's fine. Just not what my brain thinks a pickle should taste like.
It's really good with a piece of the cheese and some of the bread. The
Okay, fair.
Krasinski bread.
I'll try it out.
Because the creamy cheese cuts the salt, and
Yeah.
the bread brings out the sweetness.
Fully support that.
So
It's
if
very
this
good
was like a
with-
sandwich of pickle, cheese, and bread,
Yeah.
would be good. By itself,
Totally get that. It's very good with the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I like the consistency better than the other straight up brine pickle.
Yeah, it's not still not exactly what I want out of it, but it's not bad.
yeah, by itself, no. With things, cheese, bread,
Excuse me, my reach.
Accoutrements.
I like it better than the other pickle.
It does work really well with the bread and
Mhm.
the cheese.
Mhm.
Like the creamier the cheese is, it's great. It's just
Yeah, with that creamy cheese,
yeah.
it's a snack. It's
I'm gonna give it a 7. It's pretty darn good. Not exactly what I want, but pretty good. Better than some dill pickles I've had.
yeah, like I said, by itself, I don't like straight out of the jar now.
Sean making himself a tiny pickle sandwich.
It's good, right?
I'm gonna say 6 because you have to do too much to it to make it better.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
fair.
not like I'm not gonna eat it up. Like these dilly beans, I will eat out of the jar.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The beets, I will eat right out of the jar. The okra, I will eat right out of the jar. Everything else, no. And then these are only no because they need more.
They need massaging before they're.
They need bread, they need cheese, maybe some.
But in
Mayo.
that instance, slice them up, put them on a sandwich.
Or
I
even like with on a bagel with like some cream cheese and
Mhm.
like some smoked salmon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Because it would basically take the
Yeah.
place of capers.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
It's
that
the
would be
salt.
good on
Once
a
again,
lox
it's
bagel.
the
That's salt.
salty element.
Element.
Mhm.
So that answers one of the questions I had. So one of the things that obviously I learned watching this TikTok creator, the Vlasta,
The Vlasta.
she was talking about being really poor in Russia and having to pickle with her grandparents all the time, and she hated doing it because it was days and days and days and days of work. But again, that's how they ate in the winter.
Mhm.
You couldn't just run to a grocery store and buy fresh vegetables. You pickled what you grew where she was from.
Mhm.
And I was thinking to myself, I understand, but how could they do it? Because vinegar probably wasn't cheap unless you were distilling your own.
And when you're doing it as a salt brine, makes total sense. Salt is very cheap.
Salt is cheap.
Water is
water
free.
is free. Or, reasonably so.
Easily attainable in
So
most cases.
it makes sense now that their version of pickles, or at least most of it, because I think they do some vinegar-based pickles, but these brine-based pickles, which I have never had in my life,
No, but they were good. Better than I expected.
this one was better than the other one. The other one just tasted like canned vegetables, which again
Yeah.
is a pickle
Fine, it just
of
tastes
some
like
kind.
salt.
But these actually had more herbal
Yeah,
flavors
that's got
to them,
more to
flavor
it.
notes
It
to
was
it.
sweeter. I can't read the ingredients,
The oak leaves, I think, gave it kind of an earthiness because that's a flavor I've never had before.
Yeah, like a
Vegetal.
yeah.
kind of
I mean,
flavor.
obviously it is a vegetable, but
Yeah.
it brought in an extra.
It's more than what you usually get with a cucumber or a pickle.
But
th-
it was good. I
but
liked it.
thankfully, it did not taste like dirt.
No, it did not taste like
Did
that.
not taste like dirt.
But like you said, I think it needs too much zhuzhing
Mm-hmm.
to be enjoyable.
Yeah, a
So-
solid swing over the plate.
It would make really cute little tea sandwiches with that Berdinsky bread.
Yeah,
I
little
like some
tea
butter.
sandwiches, like if you
Sarah
buttered
would
it.
probably
and-
like it.
Yeah.
and then with like a companion flavor to give it like for that salt, because like you've got the cheese. If you had cheese and butter, so there's your creaminess, and you've got the bread that has the molasses and rye in it. So maybe just like
Oh,
a
sorry. You could make like tapenade
yeah,
out of it.
Mm-hmm.
That would probably be very good.
I'm like a chip.
Mhm.
I'd go 6.5 out of 10 with those.
It's
Enjoy
above
it.
average.
I probably
6.5 to a
tapenade out
7.
of it because I don't like olives, but this would be the salty element.
This would be a really good salty element.
Did you guys do numbers?
I would go with like 6.5.
Yeah, I said
7.
6.5 because you have to do too much zhuzhing.
Yeah.
Cherry Kool-Aid.
All right.
This what is it that is pickled in Kool-Aid?
Pickles, the regular cucumber.
Oh, like cucumber pickles.
Yep. Cucumbers, distilled vinegar, sugar, water, garlic, onion, salt, and Kool-Aid.
See, now I was hoping that this would be a sweet pickle
Well, the
with
sugar
Kool-Aid
is the third ingredient,
because I like cherry.
but it's also vinegar. So,
But there's also garlic, which makes me skeptical.
I mean,
and it is cherry. It is not strawberry too.
Okay.
Oh, darn.
Oh no, I'll have
Oh,
to
no.
miss the Kool-Aid pickles.
They don't smell terrible.
That's kind of
That
the
should
thing
not
about
that should not be our standard, but unfortunately it is.
like today's
They are
episode.
a-
It doesn't smell terrible.
Unnatural color.
I have.
Wow,
I
okay.
wonder what if those Mountain Dew pickles that were like the rage last year, or the year before, are like this.
I'm sorry, did you say the words Mountain Dew and pickle in the same sentence?
Sure did.
I'm
Like Code Red
scared.
Mountain Dew pickles.
Yeah, they did. It was a thing like when the like homemade Kool-Aid pickles kind of started. I don't remember. I never
Like Mountain
tried.
Dew or Code Red Mountain Dew?
I don't know,
I'm
but you
afraid.
probably use either one.
I'm so afraid.
No,
I'm gonna
I like these, and I feel like I shouldn't.
oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah.
I second that emotion.
These
This
I
should
like
not be a
these.
thing that's okay.
are
It
delicious.
is really good.
They're crunchy.
Yeah.
They're salty,
They're-
they're
That
sweet, they're
cherry
bright. I
kinda
mean,
comes through.
Yeah,
know,
they're-
like sweet.
They're crunchy. They're like almost like a bread and butter sweet
I
pickle.
never would have thought that this would work as a savory element, but it totally does.
And you can taste the.
Red Kool-Aid.
The cherry Kool-Aid.
I feel like I should be ashamed of myself,
Yeah.
but these are delicious.
Exactly. I was like, the adult me is going, that is unnatural.
And the child me
The
is
5-year-old
going,
me is going, yay!
child me is going, this is the best possible combination of two things I love.
It's like a popsicle and a pickle at the same
Yes,
time.
I'm just thinking otter pop and pickles.
Yes.
Otter pop in one hand, pickle in the other.
Jesus.
You okay?
Make me laugh.
The pixicle?
That should not be as good as it is.
You know what's funny
I
is
tried to do my snort laugh. I mean, I didn't try to. My snort laugh happened, and I snarfed vinegar up my nose.
it's got like that it's got a very similar thing to the dill pickled eggs with like the clove, I feel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
there's
but
definitely
in
huge clove in
a
there.
good
In a way that
good
works.
in a way that actually works.
Those are good.
Well, just
right
a
there.
pickling spice.
And
It
they're
doesn't
crunchy.
say clove on here, but
I saw one.
This
Right
absolutely
there.
should not work, and it's delicious.
And it does. And knocked it out of the park.
I like that. I like that more than I expected. Now I want to go back because there was a couple different other flavors.
Yeah, no,
Oh
I
my
want
God.
to try other
I
kinds.
think they had grape Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid
I'm
one.
Oh my
gonna
God.
jokingly say grape.
I might actually
I think they
be
had
able
a
to get one.
pineapple flavored one,
Oh my god.
This is weirdly outstanding.
but I figured I got the one that would be the most recognizable in taste.
I
And
actually-
grape tends to overpower everything.
I actually
especially
want-
fake grape.
I actually want another one. They were delicious.
The
Yeah, they were so fun.
Kool-Aid's actually bringing back some of the like the late 80s, early 90s flavors, like the Crocodile Red. I saw that the other day, which just made me giggle. But yeah, those are weirdly good.
And I think this is a very like home recipe kind of thing.
I'm totally gonna send this to Sarah, my sister.
Just, I mean, the color I was a little wary of,
Oh, in case you want.
Oh, the color is
Show her what it is.
but those are stinking good. Because, like you said, you were concerned that it wasn't going to be sweet, but like sugar as the third ingredient after vinegar, or I think third or fourth ingredient. So yeah, those are.
That should never have worked, and it was so good.
This is like a Franken pickle. It is. It is not like you said. It's probably a crime against vegetables, but it's good.
Yeah.
Like God's like, I didn't intend you to do that. Oh, we did it anyway, and it's good.
I mean, yeah, the Kool-Aid does add that flavor, that cherry flavor, but
Yeah.
like all the other seasonings and pickling spice and everything that's in there, kind of
I'm having a second
just
one.
it melts so well.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
It's definitely a really good pickle.
And
Somebody
don't get us wrong, it doesn't taste like Kool-Aid, like you're drinking
No.
Kool-Aid. It tastes like a pickle. It's got that vinegar, garlic, dill.
Mhm.
It's got all of the pickle flavors that you want. Salt.
It's
um,
got a sweet and sour vibe.
And if they didn't add the Kool-Aid, it would just be a bread and butter pickle, and probably a good one. But the Kool-Aid added an extra tang and an extra
An extra layer of
layer
flavor.
of flavor. It did. It did. And it stains your fingers. If you eat it with your fingers.
I was trying to see if my tongue was turning red.
it kind of tastes like if you're eating a pickle and drinking Hawaiian punch, which I did as a child
Yeah.
a lot.
That's why I'm saying, I'm like, this is the best possible combination of two things I loved as a kid.
And this is another one where if somebody's like, I'm gonna, eat these right out of the jar as a snack, standing in the refrigerator door with it open
Not that any of us would ever do
At 3
that.
a.m.
at 3 a.m.
Yup.
Eating pickles.
If anything, this episode is just bringing back memories for Maggie.
Mhm.
Pickle memory.
Pickle memories with Maggie.
I ate
Pickle Reese.
Huh.
There's your TikTok channel.
Pickle.
Pickle memories from Maggie. It could range a host of
Or
topics.
a sub channel of your cooking.
I ate a lot of pickles as a kid.
Same.
But that's like your opener. Man, did I eat a lot of pickles as a kid. This one time. And then that's when you delve
And then
into the
you
story
delve into the one that you're gonna
Yep.
that you're going to feature on this.
All right. It's gonna be hard to top. What's
I
next?
know.
I
That was
think there's
probably
only
a
one thing
solid
left in
8.5
there.
for 9 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a
That
9.
was
Oh, yeah, we didn't
solid
do our
9.
numbers. I was going to do 8.5.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll do a
God.
9.
9. Solid
I don't know if
9.
I'm looking forward to
Delicious.
So I've heard. Oh, did everybody do theirs?
Is this a sweet pickle or a sour pickle?
It is sour.
Okay.
Well, it is both.
Okay.
Because it's watermelon rind, corn syrup, cane sugar, vinegar, water, and spices. So it's kind of a sweet pickle.
Okay. Kind of like the Kool-Aid pickles.
Yep. I've always heard of pickled watermelon rind. I've never had it.
I don't usually like watermelon, so
this. Yeah,
I
I'm
am.
not a big fan of watermelon.
I love watermelon.
I'm
but I
interested to
don't
see
like
where
the rind.
what this is going
Yeah.
to taste like.
When I told my mom about that, she's like, "Yeah, your grandmother used to make those all the time, and she
Right.
would make sure we only ate the watermelon down to a certain point because it had to be so and so thick." I'm like,
Or
"Okay,
it would give you a stomach ache.
yeah, I don't know."
Like,
These look very syrupy.
oh my
It's either a
God.
small chunk or it broke apart.
That looks
Oh, this is.
gelatinous.
This is sticky.
It looks like some
Well,
like
it's
alien creature
It's
or
made with
something.
cane sugar, so that doesn't surprise me.
This
Is
is
like
gonna
the
be
actual
frightening.
rind, outside rind, still on it, or is it just the inside?
No, it's the outside only. The white part.
Okay, so the white part, not the green part on the outside.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think that part's edible.
Looks so
It really, really does.
This almost looks alien.
weird. Yeah, it does. Oh, it's real
Tastes
sticky.
better than it looks.
Yeah.
I'm not wild about the texture.
It's weird.
It's like this gelatinous cube, but it doesn't taste bad.
But not the kind that eats you in D&D.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a gelatinous cube.
If this is what a gelatinous cube tastes like,
And you're okay with it?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I think you should run that by Rob. So can we eat the gelatinous cube?
Does it taste like watermelon pickle?
You wouldn't know. It's
Rob
never
would
eaten
just-
watermelon.
He'd just blink at us.
Well, as a kid, we were assigned a book in like elementary school to read a poet, and they did like a poetry segment, and the book was Reflections on a Jar of Watermelon Pickle. And
I feel like I've read that.
I think it was a common book.
Yeah,
in,
I
like,
don't
elementary
remember
school.
anything about it, but I remember the title.
I remember the title. I'm like, I've never had watermelon pickle. Now I have, and
No,
it's just
and
kind
it's
of
weird
sweet.
and vaguely mushy.
How do you feel about watermelon sugar?
Hi.
The actual euphemism that's referring to much more than those pickles.
Oh,
Way-
I don't know what
way better.
I don't know what the euphemism is. I just know the song.
That's what I was going for.
I'll explain it to you after.
You guys probably when I'm older. When I'm older.
It's not.
It's lady juices.
hmm
Oh.
Mm.
I was going to make a gesture,
Oh,
but now I
So
We only
don't
get one
need to.
gesture per
The
show.
watermelon rind is very interesting.
It's so sweet.
Yeah, very sweet.
I wouldn't
cloying.
mind the sweet if the texture was different.
so the piece I had, the bottom part was solid, and then the top part was a little bit more jiggly.
I think it does have the green skin on it, so I
Yeah.
can kind of see it.
I got pieces of the more solid, and then the mush. And
Remember the Jello with the layers? Like
Yeah.
the layered where it would just do it on its own.
Mhm.
That's what it tastes like. The different consistency level there.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
It was weird then.
It's
It's,
not.
weird now.
It's not hate, but again, it's not. I'm not gonna buy it again.
That's like I don't have the need to eat this
No.
like I do those Kool-Aid pickles.
Yeah, Kool-Aid pickles. I wanted like.
I do. I also have the need to eat our next thing.
4.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably give it a 4.5.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Maybe
probably
4.
around a 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 4 because that double consistency really weirded me out.
Yeah.
It was like eating jellyfish.
Yeah, it felt like a sea creature.
What? I've never eaten a jellyfish, but it's what I imagine eating a jellyfish.
No, I
tastes
said
like.
it definitely looks
I'm-
and
just wondering where you yanked jellyfish from.
because it looks like.
Because it looks
Kinda
like
looks like
jellyfish.
alien sort of
And that kind of see-through.
weird, translucent.
But this you're
kind of-
fine with?
Yeah,
The high C orange egg? You're
That's
fine with.
that was good.
But that weird you
It
out.
also looks like
Yeah.
a sea creature, but like one that will kill you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or those poisonous frogs. In
Because
the
there's some
Amazon.
familiar flavor with like egg and like pickle and like I think egg salad,
Mhm.
like pickled watermelon. I'm kind of like, okay, I would never like
Yeah, the egg.
do that. I don't like watermelon really to begin with.
I don't either.
I love watermelon. This didn't taste like
It
watermelon.
doesn't taste like
Oh,
watermelon
it's
at
just like-
all.
Yeah,
No.
so I was fine with the eggs because
Yeah,
it's
it
sort
tastes
of
like
like
somebody-
familiarity.
Yeah,
with it.
like egg salad somebody
Mhm.
left out in the counter in July with no air conditioning.
I'm guessing that a lot of the reason for watermelon rind pickle was to use everything
Every
that you
piece of-
had
yeah.
and make sure that everyone had something to eat.
I don't doubt that.
No.
I've just had running through my head for the last like
Cheers.
minute.
What?
High C when it's up to me.
So, I've been looking forward to these.
Okay.
What
Yes.
can you tell us about these?
So when Liz said that she hadn't been able to find a fruit pickle, I'm like, well, I could probably find something. So these are apple cider vinegar and red wine. There's a vanilla bean in there, coriander seeds, and black pepper. And because it smelled like it, I put in a little bit of this Vietnamese pork rub that I have because it was all clove and cinnamon and it smelled like mulled wine.
And
So
is
I
it
want-
the Amarino cherries?
no, they're just the black,
Regular, straight up
big,
black.
yeah, straight up black cherries.
Oh yeah.
So good.
And they were frozen too because I didn't want to pit cherries.
Don't blame me.
And the
I
rest
want to put those on and a cake.
Oh no, 3 of them stuck to my toothpick. All at once.
There you are.
I got a piece of pepper on one of them. It was spicy.
Me too.
I'm good. I'm normally not a big cherry guy.
One of the things I've been looking for, and I couldn't get unless I ordered it and had it shipped, and the shipping was ridiculous, was pickled pineapple.
Oh, sorry, I love pineapple so much.
And it looks delicious. I mean, because you think of the natural sweetness of pineapple and the natural acidity of pineapple. So you just add that extra layer of vinegar to it, and usually pepper or jalapeno or something is added to it. But I just couldn't get it here, and there were recipes to make it, but it would have
Put these on top of like gelato or something.
Those are delicious, man.
Thank you.
Mm.
Yeah, very good.
They actually taste different than they did when I taste tested them last night.
And I think if you let them pickle even longer,
Yeah,
they would get even better.
Yeah.
They'd get more vanilla and maybe more tart.
Yeah, because they were a little bit more red wine last night, and today
Still good,
they're a
though.
little bit more
Vinegar.
vinegar and tart. But the sweetness from the cherry comes through.
Definitely, I get like a little bit of heat.
There's peppercorns in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost ate like an entire peppercorn.
Me
Sorry,
too.
No, that's fine.
They lurk
I was
inside the cherries.
Yeah.
I ended up with a coriander seed, so I feel you. Which
That
is
was
still good.
really good. I enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that would be
Very
something you
sweet.
could serve it with, like a cheese platter, or
Oh,
a
like
less sweet cake that you wanted to like pull out the flavors of,
It might even go,
like an olive oil cake.
yeah, or even if you wanted to do like a less cloying Black Forest.
Mm.
Or like a deconstructed Black Forest, where you
Yes.
just like make the components,
Mhm.
and the cherries are almost like a compote on the side.
Yes, I support
Says the
that.
people who watch a lot of baking shows.
A lot. A lot of baking shows.
Yep.
Like all of them.
All right. So that's it for all of our pickled items.
I
Yeah.
am astounded we got through them all, because I was like, oh, I stacked them up this morning and took that picture, and I was like,
This is so much vinegar.
this is so much sodium. We're all going to be swollen for 3 days.
There's still a
Um,
chance that will be the case.
So
Drink a lot of water.
let's go down the list, or down the row here, our panel, if you will. Liz, what was your most favorite item?
It's tough because it's a toss up between those, the dilly beans and the beets. But I've had beets forever, and those are pretty standard beets. So those are pretty standard for pickled beets. So they weren't like, oh my god, wow, pickled beets. They were like, these are pickled beets, and I like them. The dilly beans were spicy and crunchy, so I liked those. And then those were just bizarre. And,
The Kool-Aid
yeah.
pickles.
I think the dilly beans are my favorites.
Okay. Sean?
I'd probably go. Yeah, I like the Kool-Aid ones. Probably the hot pickled eggs, and I do like the spiced jelly beans.
Teresa?
Because I already knew I liked dilly beans, I'm gonna go with the Kool-Aid pickles and the cherries. The Kool-Aid pickles, just because it was so left field, and I did not expect to like it at all, and it was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Maggie?
Kool-Aid pickles all the way. Those were so unexpected.
Well, you guys are kind of going into like what my follow-up question was going to be, but I'll ask it anyway. My most favorite, I gotta say, I think we're probably the dilly beans. Yeah.
They're
The
good.
ochre actually was
Oh, I
pretty
forgot
good
about the
too.
okra. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really good.
But that was like pretty standard for pickled okra. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like, I mean, they were good. I enjoyed them. They
It
were a
wasn't
good
like,
representation
woo!
of what they are. But, these were like a little extra because of the
Yeah.
spices.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's mild, so I mean, it kind of was like, okay, this is.
The second jar of Russian pickles I enjoyed too.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So my follow-up question was going to be how about your most surprising or left field kind of item?
In a good way or a bad way?
Either.
Surprising. I mean, we all loved the Kool-Aid pickles, so those were
Right.
a surprise. I didn't expect to like them.
Yeah.
I expected us to taste them and be like, "Oh, these are awful," and these are the most American thing you can
Like,
come
why
up
would
with.
you do this?
Why would you, you know?
Yeah, this is American. This is Americana. This is what
Yeah.
we do to our bodies.
Like a cheeseburger
Yeah.
between 2 grilled cheese sandwiches. Like, why did you need to do that? Why did
right,
that?
but surprisingly enough, it worked. So
Oh
that
god,
was
yeah, a
surprising.
cheeseburger on a
And I was
donut.
surprised how much I did not absolutely hate these.
The pickled Polish sausage.
I expected them to be gamey and slimy, but they were very firm and just indicative of Polish sausage. So probably the most surprising, in a good way, were the Kool-Aid pickles and the Polish sausage.
Most surprising in a bad way for me, it was definitely the eggs. I did not expect that to be the texture at all. I expected it to go the other direction.
Smushy.
I expected them to be smushy and slimy. And I was extremely unpleasantly surprised that it was like eating the sole of a shoe.
Like jelly shoes.
Yeah, jelly shoes. Surrounding paste.
Fart paste.
Fart
I mean,
paste.
yeah, I would think. I mean, the most surprising for me were the Kool-Aid pickles were surprising as far as what they were and what they ended up being. And then actually the beets for me, I was surprised that I really liked them. Maggie?
The second Russian pickles actually were a really nice surprise. I really like, especially after the first ones, because they were so meh. And those were much more flavorful. They had a better consistency, and I definitely want to try more Russian pickles.
Yeah, there were more there, so I definitely want to go back and try some of the different ones they had. I just tried to get, because I asked the girl, I was like, I don't read Cyrillic. Can you help me pick out some pickles? And she's like, well, these ones are, she picked out the ones, she said, these are just salt. And then the other store had these, because there's two Russian and Ukrainian import stores in Irondequoit. And those ones I recognized from the TikTok person, and the person showed that they had oak leaves, fennel seeds, not lemongrass, but the other one that looks like lemongrass. That looks like grass. It looks like grass clippings. It looks like a whole jar, like you said, of like swamp at the bottom. But yeah,
It does look like
It does.
like Halloween decor.
Yeah.
Giant fingers.
It's like when you're, like
Whole
when you're in
clones
like
of
science
it.
class or biology, and they're trying to like show you like an ecosystem or something,
was-
and it's like, all right, kids, let's go out to the pond out back.
Eat the ecosystem.
Yeah,
There it is right
there
there.
it is. Marvel of the circle.
So
of life
Liz,
going on
Liz,
in this job.
I think it's pretty obvious though, but what was your least favorite item?
Oh my god, the
the garlic pickle
garlic
eggs.
eggs.
I that almost might be, well, no, I know Sean liked them. Gosh, it's tough.
The watermelon rind.
I was really disappointed by the Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about the
Yeah.
Brussels sprouts until you just mentioned it. I'd say for
Blocked
me,
them out.
those are probably the most disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we as a collective, excluding Sean, did not like the eggs.
I like the spiced eggs.
Yeah.
They were still the texture of them.
Yeah,
The texture
I can
was
understand
wrong.
that.
But the flavor
but
was good.
The Brussels sprouts were a disappointment. I expected
They
them
tasted
to
like
have
raw.
more. I don't know how it would have happened, because obviously I'm thinking now, I'm like, well, they're baby cabbages and they're tightly closed. They're like a tightly closed flower bud. So how would the vinegar flavor get to the middle? Because I think that's what was disappointing about them, is that you only had the vinegar on the outside.
Yes.
And the inside was just like a raw, wet cabbage.
I wonder if you took like a skewer and like poked a hole down the center of them to get more in.
Or if you cut them in half and pickled the half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pickled the halves would be way better because then it would have that access.
Because then the vinegar and spices
And then
could get in there, and
because the stem would be cut in half, you get the
Mhm.
absorption through the porous
Yep.
stem.
yeah. So I think those were disappointing.
I think the first Russian ones for me were a bit disappointing, just because it's just the salt.
Yeah, it just tastes like a
it's just-
canned
it's-
vegetable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Canned
there
cucumber.
wasn't too much there to me, but the other ones, the other Russian pickles I did like. I said it was a lot more flavorful. Just looking at what else we.
Watermelon rind.
And watermelon rind, beets, dilly beans. I think, the big standouts were the surprise of the Kool-Aid pickles being as good
Yeah.
as they were, the dilly beans having that heat kick to them.
Yes.
You liking a beet for the first time in your entire
Yeah.
life.
The most shocking thing I think of this whole episode, though, was finding out that Teresa peels her peaches.
I think that's the big takeaway here.
I mean, it's shocking for me that other people don't. So
I've never heard of
I enjoyed
We-
the cultural experience of, like I said, of the Russian
it. Yeah.
ones. The wind just picked up.
Every time we have Teresa on this, we learn things about her. She has like her future podcast was going to be the traumatic foods of her youth.
Yep. And look forward to my spoken word album.
Yeah.
Hot drinks make me sleepy.
Yes.
That's got to be full of like ASMR.
But yeah, I think
Pouring noises.
Yeah.
I think-
Slurping. A little bit, just not offensive slurping, but
Like the noise of a teaspoon digging into sugar and then
and the
stirring.
clink of the stirring. Yeah.
Yep.
I think we're just about ready to get out of here.
Yeah.
We want to thank
It's like that's enough of that
Sean.
bullshit.
Sean for joining us, Teresa for joining us, Maggie for your first time with us, and also for bringing delicious bread, the brioche, and the cherries and the cheese.
Very well.
Jeez, that's
And
good.
what's the name of the thing?
Eat the thing.
Eat the Thing. Check her out on that.
You see
And-
me on Eat the Thing every now and then too.
Eat the
Yes.
Thing. Yes.
So that was a
And,
pickle
uh,
panel.
That
Yeah, that was our
Pickle
pickle panel.
panel.
Liz, I got to say one thing. Well, before we get there, though, we'll have more episodes coming up soon because we got a lot of snacks to get through.
We do.
I sympathize. We do too.
We've taken a few trips and brought snacks home, so we got.
Nice.
But the way we what was I gonna say? So yeah, stay tuned for that. And yeah, Liz, it's been real.
It's been fun.
It's been real fun.
Bye.